Hello friends and welcome to my YouTube channel. I am really excited to have you here. Now today I'm going to be doing a full collection tour. Now I will say that I do have 2 dolls that will be coming to me in 2023 and they are not in this collection, but here is everything I have at the moment. If you enjoy my content and you love reborns like I do, please consider subscribing and liking this video as it really does help me out. The first doll that I'm going to be showing you today is Charlie. Now he is one of my toddler size reborns. He wears 12 to 18 month size clothes and I've had him for a couple of years now. He weighs 9 pounds, so he's not that heavy actually. It means he's very easy for me to move and he takes a magnetic dummy as you can see here. Now what's interesting about Charlie's dummy situation is he has a slightly open mouth. Hopefully the camera will be picking this up. And so I have had to modify his dummy so that it fits in his mouth, like so. He has fully hand-rooted hair and he was made by an artist called Joanne Butterworth. You can find her on Facebook. She specialises in doing toddler reborns. And he is actually interesting because he is the Alessa kit by Olga Tschenskaja, which is a sold out kit. It's very rare. I've only seen one other version of him made. And Joanne actually bought him already done. She stripped him and then completely remade him. So he really is one of a kind. My other toddler doll is June. Now she is the size of a 3 to 4 year old. She wears around 4-year-old size clothing and she was also made by Joanne Butterworth. I actually gave Joanne pictures of me as a child and so June looks like me when I was little, except I had much shorter hair than this. Now June is really heavy, so I don't pick her up or change her very much, but she looks really cute when she's sat in her toddler chair, which is a chair that I had when I was little. People often ask about June's hair, whether it's rooted or whether it's a wig. It is actually fully hand rooted, which takes a long time and is apparently human hair, although I think there might be a little bit of plastic mixed in with it because it doesn't react super well when I have tried to style it with heat. June also has an internal skeleton, which means that she can stand up and be posed, although she does have to kind of be leaning against something. Again, because she is so heavy, it's quite hard to do this, so as I said, she just sits down most of the time. Another thing that's interesting about June is that she has size 6 feet and her legs are only half legs, so they actually only go up to her knees. So half of her leg, her entire thigh, is made out of cloth, which does make it a bit difficult when trying to dress her because it doesn't always look realistic. From my biggest dolls to my smallest dolls, I do actually have a couple of mini dolls. This is one that has actually been repainted by a reborn artist, and so she does look quite realistic, but she is just a pom-pom keyring, so very cute. I also have this little girl. She is the Beejee kit and she was painted by Everloved Reborns. She also has a Facebook page you can find. She's actually only 10 inches long and she takes really tiny dummies and you can see she's very, very small. Now because she is so small, she is really hard to find clothes for, so all of her clothes are handmade and I usually find them on Etsy or eBay. Now moving on to my newborn size dolls. This is Romy by Gudrun Legler, so that is the sculpt name. She was painted also by Everloved Reborns. Now Romy weighs around 6 to 7 pounds, so she is slightly heavier than some of my others. She's nice and floppy and she has full arms and legs. In fact, I think all of my vinyl babies have full arms and legs, except for June. She also has fully rooted hair and I really wanted her hair to look thick, so what the artist did for me was paint hair underneath and then root on top, so it looks like she's got a full head of thick hair, which is exactly how I came out when I was born. Next is Sam, also by Gudrun Legler. She is one of my favourite sculptors, so I actually have 3 of her sculpts. He is also newborn size and he's the only one of my babies with blonde hair. It's really, really finely rooted and sometimes it can be a bit hard to see. I often get questions on TikTok of people saying, surely Sam doesn't have any hair, where is his hair? But it is there. Now he was made by an artist on Instagram called Yulia Ilina and he weighs I think around 4 to 5 pounds. He is one of the babies that I have reweighted. When he first came he had what felt like a butt of steel because all of his weighting was put into bags in his butt, which made him not very comfortable to hold, so I did reweight him. He's actually the doll that I have had in my collection for the longest. My final sculpt by Gudrun Legler is the Alessia sculpt. Now, I was really lucky with this baby. Her artist, Elie Habibi, usually paints silicones, but sometimes paints vinyls. And she decided to do a raffle for charity, in which she would raffle off tickets, and whoever won would win a custom baby. I happened to win that, and so I had her made by Elie. She is my only bold baby, so she does have a bit of an alien head, which is why I usually like to keep a hat on her. Now, she is really beautifully painted, and I will try and do some close-ups for you because she is absolutely stunning. She is also newborn size, but Elie weighted her really heavy, so she weighs about 9 pounds. I think I might reweight her because she is quite hard to hold for extended periods of time because she is so heavy. Also, unfortunately, with this baby, I have had some loss from some of her eyelashes. I'm not sure what this is, whether something got in and ate her eyelashes, whether someone chopped them off, I'm not sure, and at some point I might have them redone, but it doesn't bother me too much at the moment. My next baby is a very special baby, and that's because she's probably my favourite out of my whole collection. She is the Manuela sculpt by Rafaela Spiandorelli. And you probably noticed by now that I tend to keep my babies the same names as their sculpt names, but this one I actually changed her name. So I have named her Natalya, which is actually after her artist, which is RebornbyNatalya. She's a UK artist and she's absolutely fantastic, makes beautiful dolls. This doll is mono-rooted, so she has beautifully done hair, and I really love the texture of her. She's much more textured than any of my other babies, but it does mean that she looks like she has skin texture. She's a newborn size, and I think she weighs around 6 pounds. We are still going. I know I have a lot of dolls. This one again is very special. He is a sold out limited edition doll. This kit is really hard to find, but he is the Jack kit by Nikki Johnston. His artist is CupcakeFairyJo on Instagram. I did buy him second hand, so he does have some paint rubs. I buy most of my dolls second hand, not really directly from the artists. But this is such a hard sculpt to find that I didn't mind with him. He's also my floppiest baby. As you will see, his head is incredibly floppy. Don't handle a real child like this, just a disclaimer. He also weighs about 6 pounds and is really fun to cuddle, especially because he actually has painted hair. So I will show that hopefully on a close-up. But painted hair is really nice when you have a doll that you want to hold more because it obviously doesn't get messed up. So especially if you are a child or you're buying one of these for a child, I would recommend getting painted hair over rooted hair because that way they can play with it as much as they like and it won't get messed up. And I'm not sure if I've said this already, but he is also a newborn size. I'm going to show you Yoda, but I don't think he really counts as a reborn since I just took a Yoda toy and then I got a custom cuddle baby from eBay and weighted it and popped him onto that. I will also say that I actually have sold this Yoda, so he will be going to his new home in about a week, so you probably won't see him again, and I'm very sorry if you love him and you won't see him, but he'll go to a good home, I promise. Now this is another doll that isn't technically a reborn because she is a silicone doll, and silicons and reborns are two separate things, but I will show her to you anyway. This is the Cookie sculpt. So she is full body silicone. I think if I pull her dress up you'll see she's full body, very squishy. I think it's called marshmallow silicone. I'm not sure, I'm not too into the silicone world. She is my first and only silicone and I'm not planning on getting any more. Cookie was painted by Beautiful Leigh Reborn. She has an Instagram, a Facebook, a TikTok, so do check her out. She paints both vinyls and silicones really beautifully and for a really affordable price. Cookie can also open her mouth, so she will take a very small dummy, although I don't have any of those for her. And she is fully mono-rooted on her hair, so again it's really beautifully done. Now Cookie is only tiny baby size. In fact, she's a bit smaller than that. She's 15 to 16 inches long. This also means that she doesn't fit into most baby clothes except very premature baby clothes, and I do have some handmade ones for her. As you can see, this is a handmade outfit from Etsy, I think, and Cookie weighs about 5 pounds. Thank you for joining me today on my Reborn collection tour. If you liked this video, please give it a like, and if you're interested, do subscribe for more Reborn content. If you have any particular things that you want to see or any dolls that you want to know more about, leave a comment below and I will try and make a video about it. See you next time!